EA Sports. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. To throw is Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott to the right side and complete to Washington. This defense for the Bears, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way. Fields on first down.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Throw right side. Taken in by Gallup. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jaquan Brisker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Marr able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Fields. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. For the Bears at 4-3, a game over 500. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Prescott now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack there by Roquan Smith. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Able to get away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
To throw is Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know you felt saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there. It'll be 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Again, Fields.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Osa Odighizuwa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
And that one's not coming back for Santos. It's no good, wide right. And this will remain an 11-point spread. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 39, Prescott got an open man. It's Washington. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw is Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively. or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Final play of the half, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From just shy of midfield, Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
On play action, Fields. He finds Mooney here on the comeback route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time.
And he's going to go down again. Terrell Basham in there to drop him in sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now it's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Prescott to throw it. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And some room to... Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Caught here by Griffin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action, Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play. Fields throwing again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd and goal, Fields. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Prescott yet again. Throw left side, complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Second down, Elliott. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets it back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bears on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and then capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And again, it's Prescott.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Prescott now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Washington.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott now. A dump off to Elliott.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. That's caught. It's James Washington. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, will likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they weren't worried about yardage there. They just want to get their kicker in the spot he wants to be in.
All about positioning, and you always know what your kicker wants. That's part of your game plan going in. Some of them, if they're a right-footed kicker, they want that full leg swing.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. One last shot now for Prescott.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense